So around 5 years ago, I made a video on what I wanted to see in a Sonic Adventure remake. I basically made that video when there was a lot of speculation going around about an Adventure remake happening in the near future. But now that we've got some speculation of a Sonic Heroes remake happening, I thought, let me just do the same but with Heroes. And I'm going to be a bit more personal about it this time, since Heroes is my favorite Sonic game of all time. Me personally, I don't think Heroes even needs a remake, as the game is just fine as it is, despite what most people may tell you. I think the game should get a remaster instead, as the game never saw an updated re-release. We still don't know if the Heroes remake rumors are even true or not, as there was a bit of a topsy-turvy between leakers months ago, but that aside, we're still gonna do it anyway. So like before, I'm gonna go over some things that I want in this remake and what they should absolutely not fucking touch. First thing they should leave alone are the teams. Don't add any new teams with the fucking Forces Avatar, Classic Sonic or Yakka. Keep the teams as they are. Next thing I don't want, do not get the fucking modern cast on here. Do not add Roger or Kirk Vaughan to the shit. If I have to hear Roger saying, let's crack the Eggman wide open, yeah, let's party, I'm going to vomit. I'm actually going to be sick to my stomach, like dead ass. If you're going to re-record lines, use Colleen and that's it. Don't use anyone else. And I need to emphasize this too, because with Heroes being my first 3D Sonic game, Ryan's Sonic voice was the first Sonic voice I've heard. It literally resonated with me. I don't care what you 2010 borns think, we're not having Roger. Now, the next thing I don't want in this remake is forced easy mode bullshit. So no tail saves, no getting rid of lives, none of that. If you're still gonna add these things anyway, then fine, I get it, but do not force it onto the player. The different teams in the game offer different difficulties anyway, so you don't really need to do it. Team Sonic is normal mode, Team Duck is hard mode, and Team Rose is easy mode. Plus, Heroes has the perfect balance of difficulty in any Sonic game, so you really don't need to change anything. Up next on the list, leave the controls alone. I know for some weird reason people absolutely hate the control in Heroes, but do not change it. Yes, the speed characters are very loose on the ground, but that's just about it. And plus, the level design works well with the control. If they were to change it to something like, say, Forces control or Sonic Frontier Cyberspace control, then I would absolutely crash the fuck out. If they really have to change the control, then just change the ground movement and keep everything else intact. Also, leave the music alone too. After what happened with Colors Ultimate, I really do not want Atani to even touch the fucking soundtrack. I don't even want that fucking EDM blasting in my ears while I'm going through Ocean Pass, like, so help me God. I want the angel kisses of Jun Sonoi's guitars caressing my ears instead. I don't even know where I'm going with this, man. The point is, do not remix the soundtrack and keep it as it is, please. And the last thing I don't want are bugs and glitches. Now you may be thinking, well, that's a pretty standard thing to ask, right? You'd be surprised with this company, man. After the shit that happened with Colors Ultimate, I've been so scared with the outcome of future Sonic re-releases. Like, you have no idea how bad it was when Colors Ultimate dropped, especially on the Switch. All I'm asking from here is, don't let it be a repeat of Colors Ultimate, especially now that since the game I actually love and not a game that I actually don't like. Now, for things I actually want in this remake, there ain't a whole lot, as Heroes is a near perfect game in my eyes with a few flaws. But regardless, we're still gonna go through them. If it's gonna be a full remake from the ground up, then I want the graphics to look as beautiful as they can be. Hell, there was some rumors about the Heroes remake being made in Unreal Engine 5, so if that's the case, then my god, it's probably gonna look really fucking beautiful. Especially since Heroes art direction is already absolute eye candy. If it already looked this good back in 2003, then imagine how good it would look today. While we're talking graphics, let's have some ray tracing as well. Ray trace lighting, ray trace reflections. If they really push the graphical capabilities of this game on Unreal Engine 5, then it would probably be the best looking Sonic game, period. The next three are basically PC related stuff. I want the PC version of this game to have DLSS, as well as 144 Hz support. Can you imagine how absolutely fucking smooth Heroes would look if it was running at 144 FPS? And plus, having DLSS will allow me to make the game run even better. Oh my god, imagine what Casino Park would look like in Unreal Engine 5. Oh my god, I'm getting wet just thinking about it. And the last thing I want for the PC version is custom button prompts. When I game on my laptop, I basically use a DualSense controller, which is a PlayStation branded controller. And if I'm playing with a PlayStation controller, I want PlayStation buttons. The same thing applies if I'm using an Xbox controller or a Switch Pro controller. Or just make the button prompts display automatically to whatever controller you're using. And now for the final thing I want changed, which is actually gameplay related. I want the rubber bells to be completely tweaked. They were actually the worst part of the game for me, as the AI was so fucking rubber bandy. The concept is pretty cool with different formation types being weak to others, but the execution just falls flat on its face. I think the AI should be reworked completely so that it's more fair and less random on whether or not you be in there really quickly or take absolutely fucking forever. And yeah, that pretty much concludes all the things I want and don't want in this supposed rumored remake. Again, not only is Sonic Heroes my favorite Sonic game of all time, but my second favorite game, period. I know that if this remake actually does come true, they're not going to do everything that I wanted, but this was still a pretty fun video to make regardless. But yeah, that's probably going to be it from me. What would you lot want to see or left alone in a Heroes remake? Let me know down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, the good stuff, and you're tuned for more content. I'm Bright Development BX2, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bless. The concept is pretty cool with different types being weak to others, but the eggs in this breakfast are so delicious.